Hey everybody, this is Brian from Carving is Fun. I wanted to do a fun little project from the Wood Carving Illustrated magazine here, and it's this little dog and butterfly, which is super cute. Looks like he's got some eyes more on the side, and the nose is going to be right about here. Start tapering the head a little bit on the sides. All right, now that I got that going, we're going to start doing the bottom here. It's going to follow my blade on that line, get that shape going. I think the ears are going to be right about here, assuming right about there. I think that's about even. Do a little stop cut into the wood, and then start shaping the bottom of those ears. Try to put the nose about right here, and then do this big puppy smile going on there. All right, so now we're going to start taking the ears back a little bit. So make it so that the ears probably go at about, I'm going to say right about there. So that way you can have more of a rounded face going there. And see if I can do about the same thing for the other side. Follow that line down over here. Maybe right there. Let's see how that works. Now I'm going to smooth off the front of the face here to get the big boogly eyes on there. Kind of looks like that the eyes are going in opposite directions, at least by that picture right there. So let's see what I can do here. See if I can get this as round as I can. I am not the best artist when it comes to the drawing, so I'm more than certain one of my eyes is going to be more oval shaped than the other, and quite possibly a little bit further down than the other. That's to be expected from me, but I'm not too worried. All right, so for this one, we're really going to do some detail work on the eye, so I'm going to use my super small detail knife here. Cut going all the way around, following the line as best as I can. One eye outline, let's do the other. Good enough. All right, now let's start defining that eye a little bit more. I notice I'm not like going into full-on detail on finishing up one eye and then I'll do the other. I like to leave some of these mirroring characteristics unfinished, because that way I have room to modify if things need to be changed. Like that way, it's like if I perfected one eye and then I went and did the other one, if I found something slightly off, I still have the freedom to go ahead and adjust the other eye because it's not quote unquote complete. Cool. My eyes aren't exactly perfect, but you know what? It's good enough for me. All right, now let's do the body. The body is kind of more like a, just a little bit thinner than the actual head. So I'm going to bring in the rest of my body here. All right. Now it kind of looks like they rounded the bottom a little bit. It kind of tapered towards the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Should be a quick little fix. We're going to do the legs. The front legs are about right here. And he's got these little dangly legs. This reminds me like, oh, what was it? Adventure Time or whatever, that TV show? I never really watched it, but I remember seeing something like the characters had funky noodle legs. That's what this reminds me of, and I think it's pretty funny looking. All right, so we're gonna do the front legs first. Some stop cuts. You're probably noticing I'm not being super precise with all these. I don't really aim for perfection in my carvings. It's just, I just go with it. I can adjust it later if need be. Like right now I can tell that this leg leans a little bit more than the other leg, and you know what? That's easily fixed. Doesn't take much. You just go doot, doot, and it's closer to where it should be. Cool. Now let's do the back leg. See if I can get that going. There's a smaller knife here. I'll follow that line up. Make it nice and smooth. There we go. It's one leg done. Angle this in a little bit more. Cool. All right, so that's good enough for right here. So let's start working on the butterfly. Now for this one, I believe what's supposed to do, it's supposed to sit in the mouth, something like that. This is a big old butterfly. Maybe this is a small dog. We're gonna keep it as such. All right, so now that I got the basic outline of the butterfly all set up here, I'm gonna kind of cut it more than halfway. So I think I'm gonna leave about this much space right here. And then the rest of this is gonna be cut off. So let's see how that goes. Oh, did I just split it in half? I sure did. Let's go find another piece real quick. Where'd you go? There you are. Found it. Looks like I accidentally split it across the wood grain, which is what I was kind of worried I might do eventually, but oh well, this is fixable and I am going to fix it. You can use wood glue if you want, but you know what? This is just faster for me. Try not to get it on my fingers, otherwise I will be stuck to my wood carving. Oh no! There we go. Let that dry for a second more. All right, that's on there good enough. Now to continue. All right, now I got a little itty bitty post that I carved in there. So this will assumedly go in here somewhere. So I'm probably going to drill a hole a little bit above there. All right, and then so for the tail, I think I'm gonna do it super simple. And I'm just gonna kind of glue a flat piece on there and then carve it from there. So first I got to get this flat. Let that dry up a little bit before I carve it. See how the butterfly turned out. Now it looks like it's holding it in its mouth, which is what I want. I'll glue this in after I get done painting everything so I can get up underneath. Otherwise, if I tried to glue this on now, it's gonna be hard to paint it. All right, let's touch up this tail a little here. Let's bring the tail to the point to one side. Now I'm going to do some finishing cuts on it and make it a little bit smoother, and then I'm going to paint her up. Alrighty then, let's get the painting here. Now I am not the best painter, but I am going to do this anyways. It's always good to try new things and see where it gets you. By the way, if you didn't know already, the guy who made this carving directions here is from Would You Mind on Instagram, who makes really, really awesome little simple and cute pieces of artwork. I highly recommend you go checking him out if you haven't seen his stuff already. So let's see. He says that we're going to use black for the ears, a little bit around the neck and on the nose, and kind of bring stuff down to blend it out. Now I just realized I skipped a step. I need to add some of a yellowish base to the whole thing here. I'm going to pull some black in there because I want mine to be a little bit darker. So let's see how this turns out. Now, I don't really like the way this turned out. It's a little bit too yellow. Let's try a little bit of brown on there. I'm just curious to say here. Usually I have my wife do the painting for me because she is a professional artist and has an eye for this kind of stuff. I do not, and I am just playing around. All right, let's take off some of that excess paint. Here's a little bit of a nicer brown color with a little bit of yellow highlights. So that actually looks kind of cool. I kind of like that effect to it. Gives it kind of a rustic look. I am quite all right with this. That is actually a pretty cool effect. I am happy I'm kind of goofed up and decided to play around with it a little bit more. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I'm very happy with that. So we got to do a little bit of black around the collar or the neck area here. So I'm going to water this down just the hair. Makes it the acrylic paint just a little bit easier to pull and spread. Thin that out a little bit. So kind of just take it and bring it down a little bit. A little bit of black on the tip of the tail. That might look cool. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I like that. Down. Now, me personally, I'm still working on this while everything's still a little wet. Doing it partially because one, I'm a little lazy, and two, I kind of like the effect of everything when it's a little bit moist because it kind of disperses a little bit. Non-watered down paint for this, an attempt to keep it within the lines. Sometimes I can't do that. Yep, got a little bit outside the line there, but oh well. Looks a little bit soulless right now, so let's fix that. Yeah, it looks like he has a little bit of sparkle to his eyes. We're gonna also put a little bit of black on the nose and on the muzzle. You guys probably can't see it, but I feel my hands being very shaky and uneasy. Never been good at a lot of this really small precision stuff. Sometimes my hand just starts shaking and it goes in the wrong direction. Schnoz. There we go. Now I'm gonna take some of the stuff I water it down just a hair more, and then put a little bit of depth to that muzzle area here. A little bit more black, a little bit too much black. Take some of that off before it dries. There we go. There we go. So I just darkened it up a little bit there. I think just for fun, I want to see how it looks if I put little white specks, or like the, what do you call the whiskers are. Let's attempt that. Maybe I can do it, maybe I can't. We'll find out. Yeah, that actually looks pretty cute. I like that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I like that. All right. I say the dog is about done there. So I'm gonna go ahead, start on the butterfly here. What do I want to do with the butterfly? Mixing, mixing, mixing. See what color I get. Yeah, I'm just randomly putting stuff in here. So this is gonna be the way it is. Looks like it's holding a butterfly in its mouth, like it caught a butterfly. Not that you can tell what the butterfly looks like. Oh, I could have probably done better on that butterfly, but you know what? That's pretty cute. Maybe I'll ask my wife to update that butterfly for me. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourself a good day.